Okay, so in this session, we are going to um, see how we can restore your application binaries which were mounted using FSS file system, and how you can restore your database in case you got into some issue as part of your maintenance, and you spent some time to fix the issue, fix the problem, to identify the root cause of the problem. But unfortunately, there may be a chance, you may be hitting a bug, which may need a development involvement. So it is not possible. It is your production environment, and customer side users are waiting, and you are getting into lot of pressure. You have to release your environment within 30 minutes or 60 minutes, depends on your scheduled window. So in that case, what to do? So definitely for any maintenance, you should have fallback mechanism. In case of legacy environment, DBA work is very simple. They can just uh, pull in system administrators, and they can restore the all the mount points, right? Using different technologies available in the market, both your database as well as your application. But in case of OCA hosted environment, things are a bit difficult. Earlier, even there was no immediate solutioning method for FSS. You may need to even 2 years back we got into some restore situation. We spent around 7 hours to restore the entire binaries. So think about production, what will happen. So you have to go through a lot of pressure. But now things are not that much pretty difficult. You can restore your environment pretty quickly. So it is very important for any DBA, because I'm pretty sure that you will get into this kind of situation when you are managing the production system. If it is a non-prod, of course you can buy some time from the customers, and you can spend some more time on troubleshooting. Maybe you can involve the support, but that flexibility you don't have in production environment. So now the situation is, let us say you got into the issue, and you are trying to rectify it, but still for some reason you cannot come out of the problem. So immediately you have to restore. Okay. So here in this architecture, I would say U01 is FSS mount. Okay, U01 is the FSS mount, and all my applications binaries are available in U01 install. Basically, everything under U01 I have to restore if something goes wrong. Okay, so it is mandatory that, and it is very well known that before starting any maintenance, you should have a fallback plan, right? So here, before starting the FSS, before starting the maintenance, we had taken the snap. If you don't know anything about snap, we already discussed about this, how to take the snaps and all those stuffs, right? So in the other session, so you have to take the snap. So here I confirmed that snap underscore pre-maintenance is already available. Okay, it is already available. Okay, so if something goes wrong, I have to fall back using the snap. Okay, so in this session we are going to see how we are going to fall back. Okay, then database backup. There are some situation you cannot depend on restore point, but 99%, right? You can depend on restore point. It is a very easiest and very quickest way of restoring your database, right? It's a wonderful concept from Oracle. Instead of doing complete RMAN, restore and recovery, but some limitations, but that is maybe 1 or 2%. Okay, that is not the focus here. Okay, now, so U01 mount point, it is mounted. Okay, it is mounted. I just verified. Now, let's say something got broken, I have to restore. Okay, so the decision had taken at the management level. Okay, you guys can go and restore, right? So how you are going to restore? Okay, so immediately you are checking, okay, whether backups are available. Yes, pre-maintenance GRP was available, well and good. So snap backup also available, well and good. Okay, so now first let us concentrate on application, how we are going to do that. Okay, as I showed, it is file storage. Okay, so storage, file storage. Okay, here I have U01 mount point. This is a console. In the console, storage, several times we had seen in other sessions, file storage. Okay, and file system is U01 already mounted. It is active. Okay, now that U01, what is the export path? Everything we already discussed in another session. What is export path? What is, how we can give different permissions to same export path and everything, and what is the reason, how it will help you, everything. So this is the export path for U01 mount point. This is the mount point. This is this is a file system, and a mount target is different. That also we explained. Okay, so this is a U01 file system and U01 export path. Okay, now I am going to create the clone for the U01 using snapshot taken. What is the snapshot name? Snap underscore pre-main. Okay, so clone. What is the clone? It is replica of some data, right? It's a replication of some data. That is a clone. It's the exact, I would say it's the exact copy of some data. So I am going to create the clone mount point using the data of snap underscore pre-main. Okay, so snap underscore pre-main I created before my maintenance. Okay, so I am going to create the mount point. I'm going to create the clone first. I'm going to create one clone mount point using this snap underscore pre-main. So what are the changes you had done as part of your maintenance in the past 3 hours or past 6 hours, past 10 hours? This snap underscore pre-main, it doesn't contain, right? So using this snap underscore, so this snap underscore pre-main, it is having the data before my maintenance, correct? So I'm going to create the clone, FSS clone, using this snap underscore pre-main. Okay, so U01 mount, here U01 file system. In the left hand side you will see view details. Just click view details. Just follow whatever I say here, so it will work. View details. Okay, now you will find export, snapshots and everything. Click snapshots. Okay, so what is the snapshot name? Snap underscore pre-main. Snap underscore pre-main. Now click these 3 dots here and again choose view details. Here you will find clone, copy OCID and everything. Click clone. I'm creating a clone for snap underscore, using snap underscore pre-main snap, which I had taken before the maintenance. Okay, so click clone. Okay, so you will get this one, you will get this template. Okay, so what is the, now it is asking for the file system name. What is the file system name I'm giving? U01 clone. Okay, U01 clone I'm giving the file system name as U01 clone. This is the name of the file system. But you are going to mount any file system using export path, right? So I had created the clone. Now I had created the clone. So using which snap? Using snap underscore pre-main, which I had created before the maintenance. So file system got created. Now for that file system, I'm creating the export path. export path also I'm giving u01 underscore clone. u01 underscore clone. Okay. So now I have a file system called u01 clone. That export path of that file system is u01 clone, which contains the pre-maintenance data. Which contains the pre-maintenance data. Okay. So now file system is ready. Now file system is ready. Now what we have to do, we have to mount this file system as a u01 because all my application configuration files are referring u01, right? So we have to mount this file system as a u01 so that you need not do any changes. Okay, so what I have to do, I am unmounting as a root user, as a super user, you unmount the u01 file system first. You of course you have to bring down, even before doing all the exercise, you bring down your application, you bring down your database, you bring down your listener. Now you mount u01, you are unmounting u01. Then etc fs tab, what you are going to do, you are now this is the entry for u01, right? The current u01. What is the current u01 export path? That is u01. Current u01 export path is, so I think somewhere we are seeing u01, right? This is the export path name. Okay, so I am commenting out this one, then exactly same thing here. I am mounting using u01 clone, which is the export path for the file system which I had created just now using the snap underscore pre-main. I am mounting this one as u01 now. Okay, etc fs tab, I am putting this entry u01 clone. Okay, that means this is pointing which file system? This is pointing u01 file system now. Okay, which got created using the snap you created before your maintenance. Yeah. So then mount -a, of course. So now if you see, again I have u01 file system which got mounted using u01 clone. Okay, your application restore is done. In a matter of 5 minutes, you can restore your application. In a matter of 5 minutes. Okay. Now, you should know your snap is just a pointer. Snap is always a pointer to your parent file system. Here, what is the parent file system? u01 is the parent file system. u01 is the parent file system. Okay. u01 clone file system is just a pointer to the u01 file system. Okay, just a pointer. So your u01 file system also still exists. Here I just unmounted, but the file system still exists, right? I got just unmounted, but the file system still exists. Okay, so now you have two file system, u01 and u01 clone. So now the first question will come, what will happen, because it is just a pointer, what are all the changes you are making, it will happen in u01 clone file system. Anything common, it is still referring the u01 file system. Okay, now you can ask, what if someone deleted the u01 file system? Okay, you have a good news. This file system is a root file system in the code. It cannot be deleted. No, it will not, unless and until u01 clone is deleted. No one can go and delete the u01. If they attempted to delete u01, they will get the error message saying that it has clone. You first delete the clone, then come back and delete the root file system. This is the first question you may ask. The second one, what about the cost? Now the customer has to pay for two file system. No, that is why u01 clone is just a pointer to the, all the new changes. Of course, it is going to add in the u01 file system, u01 clone file system, but all the common data, it is still referring the u01 file systems. In that, having said that, you need not pay even extra penny for this. Okay, so you are done at the application level, now at the database level. Okay, you are bringing down the database, mounting the database, and it's very straightforward. You will do it in your day-to-day life before doing any testing and everything. It is nothing related to OCI. Flashback, open reset logs. This is for the database restore. I'm sure we do very frequently, even in legacy environment. Okay, so I can assure you that this will help you in one of your, in one day, definitely, because you may get into the situation, especially production, you are trying to fix the problem, but unfortunately you cannot do it, and you cannot keep the production down for a long time. So immediately you have to take the restore decision. OCA has the wonderful feature called FSS Clone. If you don't have a FSS Clone, you have to use rsync and all. That is terrible. Okay, so this you can complete in 5 minutes, and you can release the environment after completing the health check in 30 minutes of time. Hope this will help you one day. Thank you.